carries, but kind of touches you might get in the game. And he said 20, 30, 40, 50, and kept going. Is it, with all the talk of all the depth there in the backfield, is it good to know you're still the number one option?
You just always good to have depth, have competition in the backfield. It keeps me driving, keeps me going, keeps me on my feet, never lets me get comfortable. So just having those guys to compete with every day, it makes it fun.
Is this the best group of running backs you've been a part of since you've been here?
Yeah, I definitely think this is the best group of backs and the most depth of backs we've had since I've been here.
You've had big games against Middle. When you have a history against a team like that, get you a little more fired up to play them again?
I just take it as it comes. Just do everything I can to put us in the best position to win. So whether that's protecting Kyle on pass pro, running the ball, or catching balls up the backfield.
Oren, Brent Stockstill and Richie James put up a lot of big numbers, and some people look at that and say, well, they're at Conference USA school. Comparison of other SEC guys you've seen with Richie James and Brent Stockstill, how do they compare?
Those two guys, they just get it done. Stockstill, he's a versatile quarterback that can hurt you on the ground and in the air. So he knows his offense very well, and they click on all cylinders. So it's our job as a defense to slow them down as much as possible. So looking forward to that challenge.
Forward to that question, how much are you guys concerned about Stockstill running?
That's a decent part of our game plan, but we know he's able to do that, but he can hurt us in the pass a lot more. So that's our focus right now. But I think that it's going to be a great matchup. It's always a great game going against MTSU. So Richie
James he's undersized. What does he do so well to compensate for that?
I think he just fits in their scheme very well. They just run a really great offense that as a defense you just have to be on great communication at all times. So the pop motions and different things like that, you got to stay on top of those things. So.
Or Derek sat here a few minutes ago, said he's got a big chip on his shoulder about the fact he hasn't won a season opener. How eager are you to be 1-0 at some point?
Yeah, that's our focus every week to be 1-0. But the first game, you've been preparing this whole offseason for this moment, so it's a huge moment for our whole team, and we're excited for that challenge. But like you said, we haven't won a season opener, so that we have to change that. That's going to happen this year. So.
Kyle, how big of a tone setter is that for you guys?
Yeah, we talk about going 1-0 every week, and in order to set ourselves up for success later on in the year, we're really gonna have to start fast. Coach talks about building a lead. In the grand scheme of things, going 1-0 the first week is just that, and our full focus is on this game this week.
He said he's been grinding you all, trying to make sure that message and the need for winning this opener gets through. Has that message gotten through?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we've been competitive all camp, and the past few weeks, in preparation for MTSU, and coach is he's taking care of us, but at the same time he's definitely gotten after us, and it's been a great month and a half of practice, or a month of practice, and we can't wait to compete.
Kyle, the MTSU defensive line has had a lot of turnover on it in the past year. How much more difficult does that make it in preparing for what you might face?
Yeah, I know they have a transfer that's pretty good, and they, it just means inexperience. It doesn't mean that they're not, very good. It means that they're just not experienced. And we're preparing as if they're the best defensive line we're going to face ever. So it doesn't change our preparation. So yeah.
Kyle, the fact that they have a new defensive coordinator, you can kind of guesstimate what they're going to do, but you don't know. You have to come up to the line almost to expect the unexpected, to see something you just didn't prepare for?
Yeah, we're going to try and have the best idea of what they're going to do, but just like any other season opener, there's always going to be things that you're going to correct mid-game, and the greatest thing is we go against our defense and we see a lot of different things in practice. And I think that's really prepared us, and it's going to prepare us for this first game. And I think the coaches have put us in a good position, and they've given us a good idea of what we're going to expect.
Kyle, when you look at a defense like that with new players and a new coordinator in particular, how much do you go back and maybe watch what he did at Syracuse to know what to expect?
Yeah, you definitely look at their scheme, but at the same time you still have to look at personnel. They have a lot of returning guys. Their secondary, they have a lot of returners, and their linebackers are all returning. And there's a lot of, you have to look at the scheme, but at the same time, you still have to look at personnel. so that's a challenge. But at the same time, I think we're going to be prepared. We're going to be ready to go.
Or you talked about their offense. You have to assume they're going to complete passes because they throw a bunch of short throws. I mean, is the key just to get guys to the ground when they do catch the ball?
Yeah, I think a big focus has been limiting the missed tackles in space, especially this last couple of weeks or so. Like that's been a huge focus from Coach Mason. So like with the screens and different things like that, you want to be disciplined as well because off the screen comes the screen and go. So they're definitely going to try to chip you the whole game and then try to hit you with a big play. So it's our job to just stay on top of that and be disciplined in that manner.
Kyle, is it safe to say you've got more options in the passing game than you've had since you've been here?
I think as we grow as a group, I think we just get better as we go. I wouldn't say there's more options. I think everybody's grown together. I think there's anybody that's on the field is a viable option. I think that's going to make us very dangerous on offense, and I think that we got a bunch of guys that can make plays, and I can't wait to see what we got on Saturday.
Ralph, you could have left. You could have been satisfied with what you've done in the first 3 years. What do you want to do this year?
Be great. There's no other option. Just go in every week, focus on being 1-0. So whatever it takes to do that, just put it all on the line. My last season with these guys, give it all I got.
What's great to you? I mean, are there individual numbers with that, or is it all about the team success at this point? What's great?
Winning. You can't be great without winning. So just making sure we're doing everything in our power to win. That's what I love to do. So these guys love to do, and no one likes to lose. So I just want to win.
Or Coach said you're as heavy as you've been now with another position change. Was it easy to pack on the pounds, or was that even a struggle for you?
It was. I mean, with any growth comes hard times. So it was a little bit of a struggle to put on some weight, but I mean, at the end of the day, I made it happen because I know that's what's going to put me in the best situation at that inside linebacker position to hold the gaps and be strong inside, and that's what we need as a team. So whatever I had to do, I had to make it happen.
Like what did you do? I assume it wasn't even a bunch of French fries and ice cream,
yeah.
right?
That's another thing is putting on good weight. So that was a challenge as well. So like getting lean muscle mass and on top of the training that we do with Coach Johnson, he did a great job with me. Make sure I get my shakes, and I try to get like 5 meals in a day. Not necessarily like huge meals, but making sure that I eat more consistent meals throughout the day. So that definitely had to change up my schedule and be more intentional about that. So that's something that definitely will help out my play this year.
Ralph, we'll probably see you some catching passes this year, maybe in the slot. Where do you think you've improved in that regard over maybe a year ago?
I think I spend a lot of time this off season working with the quarterbacks, with the wide receivers, just developing my footwork out there as far as running routes, catching more balls. Just expanding my role to help the team out when they need me out there. So just whatever I can do to help us win games.
1 or 2 more questions? Guys, appreciate you very, very much.
Thanks, Dad.